pool.
Is it scary, babe?
It's scary because for me, 90% of me can be like, oh, we're fucked as a black woman, but I don't feel like that because the 10% of me, I've disengaged in that, and I'm only interested in my own relationship. You know what I'm saying? And cultivating that. Because, you know, I don't know.
You need to detox from that now?
But, you know, this is a whole different random thought. But, like, you have a black daughter. So when you look at the future, it's like, what do you see?
Oh, my God, I'm worried.
I'm going
to have to tell her to bring home a little Stanley Lieberwitz. A little Jew boy. Bring home a little Jew boy because the offspring of these niggas, I want nothing to do with.
A friend of mine said, I hope my daughter is a lesbian when she grow up.
Lord Jesus, that's even worse. You asking for a death
No,
sentence.
that's how much.
That's how bad it is with these
That's
niggas.
how much when he see these dudes. But like he said, probably you have mentioned or alluded to, once you had a daughter,
you see things totally different.
So for him to say,
and they get mad at dudes with daughters, they be like, "Oh, you guys are adding to the problem." No, nigga, because now we see the fruits of our labors, and yeah. I see what you see it firsthand.
So how do you?
I tell Minnie she's going to bring home a Leibowitz. Bring home a Leibowitz or an Amschul. Bring home a Rothschild. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put her in those environments. That's all she got. That's all. Her only choices.
Rockefeller.
Motherfucking Punjab. I mean, you gonna listen? None of you.
What if she? Are you recording right now?
Yeah.
You should record about the kids. What if she? I'm not challenging you, just giving you feedback, a devil's advocate. What if she see more of how you move and not what you say? About bring home a Leibowitz. Do you have a Leibowitz?
I don't have a Leibowitz.
Okay. So, I do have to say, you know, it takes a very strong father. Like, you still let her see whatever you are.
I can't hide it from her.
No, a lot of men do. And that's the problem. Because then you grow up like me. Going, what do you mean my daddy had a whole nother family on the other side of town? In Takashi's world, Veronica, right? Yeah. And you set her up too for a facade. You understand? And that's real shit. My dad had a whole nother family on the other side of town. I don't have daddy issues, but I grew up thinking I was in my 30s before I realized my parents not perfect, right? So Takashi, you giving her exposure to you, to how you also, you know, grooming her as a child, as a black woman. And shout out to you too, to knowing that you're not a black woman and you can't instill those things. You said that too, you want a support system around her that'll influence her. So I really think, it may sound twisted, but I really think she have the best of all worlds.
I would definitely say she's seen more than the standard kid. So I think she'll be a little bit more well-rounded, a little bit more open to, I guess.
Did she ever give an opinion about things you're doing to you?
No, I asked her, you okay, and how you feel about this person, and she's like, no, she like what she like, she don't like what she don't like. I don't force the issue.
She couldn't fucking stand me.
I'm still tripping off the time she tried to blackmail you.
Woo! Talk about it.
She was like 5 or 6?
Yeah.
It's like, where do you learn this from?
She really told me that. What? I can't say?
I mean, that's just something you can't teach a child. That's DNA. I don't know.
The DNA, you like nice shit, right? But that's some savage shit for a 6-year-old. If you don't buy me this, I'm gonna tell my daddy.
But you know what's funny? We see it all the time in the TV.
I was
movies,
like,
right? You see the little kid always blackmailing the new person's parents' friend, and like, you better do, and they get the neck and all this. I could only imagine. I'm like, this is not my child.
Were you shocked?
Hell yeah!
But you know what? Let me tell you, you are a great dad. But you're a little.
I'm a little naive.
I remember. I have very poignant moments when I would tell you something, and you'd be like,
"Yeah,
bitch, what?"
I was that parent.
You are that parent.
Yeah, I am.
And it works against me because if she like it or not, I have to tell her something what's in her best interest, and she's not gonna like it. Okay. And now I'm the bad guy to you. So sometimes I'm like, babe, you know, don't come down kicking the door down, because then now you setting me up. Like, hate that bitch. Yeah. That bitch in town again. But then you know what's the softer side? Like I said, it'll be this. She might hate me when I get here, maybe a day or two later. She might want to walk close to me, or hold my hand, or when I hug her, I'm like, oh, like when I saw her the other day, I was like, oh my God. Like I really am genuinely like that, because even though you're a weenie for her, it's just male, female. You know what I'm saying?
No, that shit shocked the hell out of me. I was like, not my child. No. I eat.
But I want her to unlearn some shit. Women, we need to unlearn some shit. If you some shit you learn, your mom taught you, your dad, your last relationship, it's not just about learning shit. We have to unlearn some shit. Oh, back to that. Because you know, remember that time I was like, did you do this or this? She said, yeah. And then I found out she didn't. Mm-hmm. You was pissed. Remember that? Mm-hmm. So, in the moment, I wanted her to unlearn the easy way to, I'm just going to say yes. And you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because that shit don't serve you as an adult. And you too, like, I'm talking like, honey, oh my God, I never forget, remember, like, getting her hair done? And I'm like, she can do her hair. You looked at me like, remember that? But I remember these moments because you need that too. Because it's not going to serve her just catering to her or whatever. Like, you have to do that now. Because, oh my God, how old is she?
12.
And kids are fucking brutal. It's like almost like you're the bully or you're getting bullied. Yeah. But she should have a strong sense
I will say the good thing is she, in all the instances like that with school, it's her being accused of being a bully. And I'm okay with that. I'll take that. Matter of fact, some shit happened last year in school when some girls accused her of being a bully. Oh, word? Okay.
What was the situation?
Don't know.
You didn't care?
I mean, I do, but I don't. But
if I can offer you this, a black child, once they get labeled the bully or the bad kid, that shit follows you. So I'm only asking what was the situation to give her feedback. Again.
Well, apparently she wasn't the only one labeled a bully, but she was the first one. So.
And you remember when she was younger, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, it was the opposite. She felt bullied. Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's our defense mechanism. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. So I want, you know, and everybody go through that. I want her to know the difference in, you know, standing up for yourself and being a bully. Because like I said, people ready to label these black kids.
Now, I've seen her that time I went on the medieval times with her, and I was in the background. I just watched her interact. Mm-hmm. She's definitely, she ain't number one, she's number two in the group. So I'm like, okay, she'll be alright.
Yeah. But back to her and you as a dad in her future. So what if she wants to be a second wife one day? You suppose? But what? How would you feel?
I mean, it depends if that's her first choice or that's like after a couple of failed relationships or whatever. They're like, well, you know what, Dad, let me try this thing. You know?
You want her to experience things?
Yeah, but the dude had to, of course, he had to be, you know, means and resources out the wazoo. Like, we're just not going to be no...
Resources?
He's not going to be no factory worker. We're like trying to do the two right. Like, he would have to...
Honey, but now you perpetuate... These females need to get a man with money.
Money makes shit go around. Sorry. Yes, get you a man that can do things, means and resources, yes. Get you a guy that can make a phone call and make shit happen for you, yes. Because when she wants something, she damn sure looking at me like, make that phone call, Daddy, make it happen. And Daddy makes it happen. So, yeah.
But everybody not going to be Daddy. What if she fall in love? Babe, it's the difference between a broke dude and a bum dude, right? Broke is temporary. A bum dude is forever.
Neither are options. Neither.
What if he's a good man?
My sincere wish is she finds some little black little nerd and they do coding together and they have some little nerd ass kids and they create video games and live life. You know, that's my ultimate wish. She finds a little nerd ass, square ass little boy that likes comic books and video games and Legos as much as she does.
And you need to set her up in that
I
environment.
need to put in that.
But you also know kids rebel. Like, oh, my parent want me to do this. I want the thug nigga from the hood.
No, God, no.
You gonna tell her no? Cause then she gonna.
Please, Lord.
Babe, I'm just trying to keep you.
I gotta put her in an environment where there's no Tyrones and no Quavos and Offsets for her to. You know what I'm saying? So I got some work to do.
You gonna find a Super Sly? The remix?
Not even me. Better than me. So, I mean, I can be the template, but there's things you can add and take away. You know, I'm okay with that. But yeah, no worst case, you could bring home little Leibowitz or you know, June Pie. Then I understand.
June Pie.
I understand. Soon Kane, no, not Soon Kane, but a June Pie. Yeah.
What do you think? What profession you think she would be good in?
She's going into coding. Science.
She's going into coding. That's what you want her to.
I told her she has no choice. But when this school year season started, I said, look, you only have 3 classes I only care about. You have to do well at science, the coding, and the math. All the other shit I don't give a fuck about. I said, you will do this without question. She's like, okay, Dad. And then, you know, as she got into it, she likes it now. So now I got to really push her as hard. I'm just gonna make sure she stays on. Yeah, exactly. So when she didn't veering off, she will still the ass right back on course. So yeah, she likes building shit. She likes technical things. So it's already in her.
You know what, too? She's very, you know what they said, not IT people, but she's very, like, that's the only thing we're talking about, social, what do you call it? Oh, fuck. My espresso is making my mind run. Social interaction. Because, like, she's very okay with just, you know, only child, like, that part. And those people excel in everything you just said you wanted her to do. But it's also, right, it's that part. It's the downside part of it. Because then now, is it not awkward interacting with people, but like I said, the world is a bitch. And bitches ain't shit.
I mean, well, there's some lessons I can't teach. Some lessons that life is going to have to.
That's why I say you know when to expose her to other kids. You know what I'm saying? Like exposing her. But I'm really going to have to pray for you when she's a teenager and discover hormones and might not be pretty. Dad, can my friend come over?
He better be a little nerd nigga that wear glasses. His name's Darren. Okay? And you better have a fucking nerd ass daddy that wear glasses.
A nerd nigga named Earl.
Earl is cool. No, wait, that can go both ways.
Earl?
Let me see. Let me find a nice, safe.
I don't know no Earls from the hood. Nick said they call Pookie. Ooh, Pookie gonna be the one to take you out. Ooh, you gonna lose your shit.
No, because when I put hands on
you can't do that.
Yes, shit.
You gonna catch a case, then she really gonna be with him.
That's what lawyers are for. So bail money and attorneys.
Oh, Leibowitz wouldn't do that, right? Because Leibowitz gonna be a lawyer.
Leibowitz, that's
oh my God, was that racist of me?
No.
Oh shit.
Or he'll go into accounting or finance. See? Is that it? I think that's it.